It's our first morning here in California. We are leaving the Apple Valley area where our Airbnb is, and we are headed to Calico, I believe is the name of the town. It's a ghost town, and we are also that is on the way to Death Valley. And this is California. We're in the Mojave Desert, if you're wondering why it's so brown. It is December, so if it looks cold, that's why. And what else can I tell you about California, or at least where we are? There are some Joshua trees, sort of here and there, although you can't see them right now. But there were a couple we saw that as we were leaving the Airbnb. But this is the Mojave Desert area of California. I'm sure it gets very hot in the summer, but it's not summer right now. It is 45 degrees according to the temperature gauge or thermometer in the car. But we arrived last night when it was dark, so we couldn't see any of this. But from my recollection of California many years ago, when you're in the desert areas, it all looks kind of similar to this. And interesting fact, you know how if you're in the desert by yourself, you feel all alone? Well, when you spell desert, there's only one S. But when you eat dessert, there's two S's. So that's how you remember how to spell desert. You're like by yourself in the hot desert. One S.
When it comes to dessert, you always want seconds.
Yes, when it comes to dessert, you always want seconds. Thank you, Remy. That makes a lot of sense. And sense starts with an S. Unless you're talking about pennies, then it's a C. Hopefully we don't run into any chips. So you know how I said I didn't want to get pulled over by chips? Well, I didn't get pulled over by chips, but I did get pulled over by the San Bernardino Sheriff's Office, because apparently I didn't realize I had to move over for a construction area, and the trucks in front of me did not, move out of the lane, so I thought I was okay, but I'm not. I'm getting a warning, I hope. Okay, so I got off with a warning. Apparently, part of it is I went over 70, and I believe he didn't tell me how fast I was going, but I believe I was going 74, 75. This is a 70 mile per hour speed limit zone. Also, just making sure I'm going the right way here. Also, going to Las Vegas, or at least towards Las Vegas. And also, I did not move over when I was going by. I did not move over.
Use the left 2 lanes to keep left onto I-15 North toward Las Vegas.
I did not move over when there was shoulder construction. Now, granted, the two people in front of me did not move over either, but I'm in out-of-state. I'm in a vehicle with out-of-state plates. So either way, I got off with a warning.
In 7.5 miles,
so that was
take
nice.
exit 191 toward Ghost Town Road.
But I did get pulled over by chippies, or chips, or whatever the proper term is. And I did not get a ticket. So I kind of feel like they probably wouldn't have wanted to give me a ticket anyway. They're just, based on my speed, it was, a reason to pull me over just to check me out, just to make sure I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be. So anyways, we're gonna continue rambling. I'm not under arrest, and I'm not in jail, as you can tell. It's hard to miss. Just look for the big tall guy with the shovel. And also the sign that says Calico Ghost Town Road.
And the giant calico on the mountain above.
Yeah.
Also helpful.
Arrive at Calico Ghost Town Regional Park.
Off-highway vehicles.
Arrive.
Trail crossing. This is the Calico Ghost Town, and they are now recycling. Enjoy the outdoors. Let's see, open unlimited scale, no contact sports parties or barbecues in compliance with state mandate. Large picnic pavilions are closed, campgrounds are closed. Calico Leather Works, Indian Trading Post. Back in the day, this would not have been asphalt, nor would they have had utilities in the ground, like Verizon, for example. Here's some of the machinery they would have had. Portable engine. Interesting. Calico House Restaurants. Restaurant closed. Please visit Old Miners Cafe. There's the steam fire engine. Lucy Bell Lane. Calico's most distinguished and longest time resident was Lucy Bell Lane. 1874 to, wow, 1967. There's more of the town down there. Wow, it's a big town. This is much bigger than Grafton. We would have been done at Grafton by now. There's the Main Street stage. This is the original stage. Calico Candle Shop. Oh, and this is how they dealt with the tree roots. They didn't. Little Saloon. See the famous gunslingers of the Old West. No spitting, no drunkenness, no loose women. Old-fashioned dill pickles. Calico Rock and Gift Shop. That sounds familiar. That voice sounds familiar. Mystery Shack. Something sounds familiar. Man eating chicken. If you want to know what that might be, check out my Sedona video.
I can answer all of these because I've seen all of them before.
Tell you, it doesn't look, they don't look parallel, but they also look parallel.
They're all parallel. Which center circle is big? Yes.
They're the same? Ah. It's just baby naps. That's called erosion. There's also a telescope for 25 cents.
And look at this thing.
There's the town. Oh, there's like a little train. Goes into the blind, or at least a small part of it comes out the back. Goes back around. Okay, so Maggie mine is this way. So we saw the exit at the other end. Oh, this is the house built of bottles, and I don't know if you noticed from far away. Made of bottles. Maggie Mine Tour. Ah, so that must be the entrance over there to get out the other way. Singing Sam for $1. Do not touch.
Well, that depends on who you ask. As I hear it, back in 1881, some gentlemen were sitting around town hall discussing names, and not liking any of them. Then one man said, "It's as pretty as a women's calico skirt." Right then and there, they knew they found the name, Calico. And it is true, these mountains are as colorful as a calico skirt.
Harry Potter wands. Or maybe not. What is that? Word roll. Or mine car. Or car. Or not. Small ore crusher.
Oh, yeah.
Do not touch. What is that? Oh no. Look at that. Is that like Russian? So I wonder if we get Russian tourists.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty, close this recording here. I'll tell you about the rocks, the mine, and hope your eyes adjusted down here. Enjoy.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to the
we're locked.
one of the most
We're locked
historic
in.
Southern California. Before your journey into the mine, we'll give your
looks like
eyes
a
a
silver
chance to get
ringgit.
accustomed to the dark as we give you a mini education on the type of minerals Calico is famous for.
Woo. Oh, they left someone in here. Oh, it's a guy with a drill. He's happy. All right, so we going to the right.
We've got 2 ways to go here. Choose to lead into darkness and have some signs that tells you things. On the other end, you can see more light, but you don't have any indication of where that might be.
All right, it looks like from the footsteps on the floor, we go down the right and then we come back around. Sometimes you have to look down to look up. This looks like a shaft. Right through the middle of this thing here. Middle of this. It's an ore chute. System of bell signals was used to communicate between 2 levels. Some of the chutes are almost 100 feet long. And yes, I know the pronunciation is chute, but it's spelled chutes. I don't know if they had lights like this in the original. Yep, if you're tall, watch your head. Chute 2. Stand clear of 4 bells. Oh. It's dead man.
The early miners' hard work seeking that elusive silver vein. This part of the Maggie mine was given the name Dead Man's Drift because no mine timbers were used to support the roof and walls. This drift was cut through solid rock, and in more than 100 years of use, it's nearly identical to the way it looked when it was first blasted out of the mountain.
There's another shaft.
Looks like you made a good choice back there.
You chose wisely. This kind of feels a little bit like the Florida caverns. Except I think this was man-made as opposed to the caverns where they like carved them out, or I mean the caverns were not carved out, they're basically caves. That kind of looks like someone from my home country, or the country of my ancestors. Although he looks kind of scary. Mokahi or Mokahai? I don't know. That's fake. That money, they didn't have that kind of money back then. We appear to be walking uphill now. Oh, there's another, another.
This would have been a common sight in the mines at Calico. A miner working by himself, using a heavy sledgehammer to drive in a drill bit to prepare for blasting, or just chiseling away at the rocks surrounding a silver vein in order to break it loose.
And here we are at the exit. You may not be able to hear me because of the fan. This exit has been widened from the original size. And if you're elderly or handicapped, you may go back the other way. Word of caution, danger. This is the only mine in the Calico area that is safe for public to enter. All others are extremely hazardous and must not even be approached for any reason. And these things are put in here to keep this from falling in. There's the hole down to the mine. Yep, and now we're back at the place where we saw earlier.
You ready?
All right. Oh, these things have wood in them. Wonder how long this has been here. Please use handrail. I'm gonna be dangerous and not.
Whoa there.
Oh, there's one of those wooden pipes. So basically, oh yeah, there is a plastic gutter in it. But basically strips of pipe and then, or strips of wood, and then they wrapped it in the metal to keep it together. All right, it's bright out here. Power of the sun. And that is the end of the Maggie's mine tour. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's missing his toy bag, oh well, who stole that thing? Christmas is still coming, so better get your parents to buy you some gifts, cause Santa doesn't have his bag, so you're out of luck this year. Thanks for watching this latest video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I try to release a new video once a week, so subscribing and ringing the bell will notify you as soon as a new video is released.